Welcome back to Beacon English Podcast. Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're looking at something really key for anyone learning a language.
Yeah.
Getting that genuine sort of spontaneous fluency. We're not really talking about just passing a grammar test here.
Oh, definitely not.
We're looking at why some people, even those who know all the rules, perfectly, still kind of struggle to sound truly, well, natural when they're just chatting.
That's so true. People often think learning a language is all about rules and logic, like it's purely intellectual. But the real secret, I think, to communicating smoothly, it lies in rhythm, in the sounds, and yeah, a whole bunch of linguistic shortcuts you just don't find in textbooks.
Exactly.
So our goal today is really to give you a clearer picture, a kind of blueprint for understanding and hopefully mastering the music of everyday English.
Right, the music. I like that. We're moving past just the written rules and getting into the real heartbeat of how people talk, the flow. And to help you navigate this, we've got three main areas we're going to explore today. They build on each other. First, the basic rhythm of English. Then we'll get into specifics of pronunciation, particularly linking words together. And third, those really common everyday expressions that, show you're comfortable in a conversation.
And here's the most important thing for you, listening right now. As we go through examples, you really need to try repeating them out loud. Understanding it in your head is, well, it's step one. But getting your mouth and your ear used to actually using these patterns instinctively, that's where the real progress happens. We're kind of training muscle memory today, you could say.
Yeah, exactly. We're here to help you learn real, natural English and feel good doing it. Confident. Think of us as, guides. Helping you find the shortcuts past all the stiff, formal grammar stuff, directly to, well, effortless conversation.
That actually leads us nicely into our first point. Defining what speaking naturally really means. It's a goal everyone has, right? But it's often misunderstood. So many learners think it means getting rid of their accent completely or sounding exactly like someone from London or New York.
Which is just impossible,
Right.
right? And chasing that kind of perfection, it just stops you from ever feeling confident enough to actually speak. What we're really talking about is clear, confident, spontaneous communication.
Yeah.
It's about making it easier for you to speak and easier for the listener to understand you. If they get you without having to strain, you're fluent. Simple as that.
From a, let's say, linguistic view, we call this focusing on prosody. That's the overall rhythm and tone. It matters more than just getting every single word perfect. It's the way your voice goes up and down, where you put the stress on words, how fast you talk, how you connect syllables. All that stuff carries just as much meaning, sometimes more, than the dictionary definition. And you have to remember, English is what we call a stress times language. This means that the sounds between the main stress beats often get shorter or reduced.
Okay.
It gives English that distinctive rhythm, almost like music, bouncy. Sounds go up and down with feeling.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting because that musical quality immediately starts messing with the formal structures you learn. Let's take the most basic greeting. In class, you learn, "How are you?" 4 separate clear words.
Right. Very distinct.
But in reality, those sounds get squished together a lot.
Yeah, the effort it takes to say those 4 separate syllables clearly, it just gets reduced in fast, casual talk, almost always. What you actually hear is more like, how you doing?
How you doing? Yeah.
Okay, everyone listening, try saying that, how you doing, pause. Notice how the R and the full U sound just kind of vanish. They blend into that quick yeah sound.
It's like acoustic efficiency, getting the message across with less effort.
Exactly, and that difference is huge. If a learner uses the full, slow how are you in a quick chat, it actually makes the native speaker pause for a split second. They have to process the unexpected separation.
Creates a little bit of friction conversationally.
Totally. Or think about another one. What are you doing? If you say it word by word, it sounds, well, maybe a bit stiff, formal, even a little aggressive depending on the tone.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the natural way, the sounds merge, especially at the start and middle. It becomes like one unit. What you doing?
What you doing?
Try that one. What you doing? See? The teat from what just flows into the reduced are-you, which sounds like cha. It's not just speed, it's a really common sound change, a reduction. It defines spontaneous speech.
So if you use the full what are you doing, it almost signals, hey, I'm thinking about the grammar here, I'm translating.
Pretty much, yeah. It flags you as someone speaking carefully, maybe less naturally. So what's the takeaway for learners focusing on this prosody and reduction? These little changes, they aren't just slang you can ignore. They're how people actually signal relaxed, real-time talk.
Right.
If you only use the full formal textbook versions, you're actually making the listener work harder because their ears are tuned to expect the merged, reduced sounds.
That's a fantastic point. It's like the language's operating system relies on these shortcuts, the reductions, the rhythm to run smoothly. So the key takeaway here is really fundamental. Fluency isn't perfection. It's smooth, fast communication that doesn't require a ton of mental effort from either person. Focus on the sound patterns, the rhythm, not just the rules on the page.
Couldn't agree more. And that fluency depends so much on how words link together, which brings us right to the heartbeat of English. Rhythm and tone, starting with how we connect words.
Yeah, we call this linking, sometimes co-articulation. When we speak quickly, the end sound of one word often blends into or even changes the start of the next word.
It's a physical thing, really. Your mouth is trying to move as little as possible to save energy. Acoustic effort, like you said.
And the most common examples, the ones that give you the biggest fluency boost right away, they involve reducing really common little words, especially going to and want to.
Oh, yeah. Master just those two. It'll make a massive difference instantly.
Okay, let's start with going to. Formally, you'd say, I am going to the store. The key action part takes what, 5 clear syllables? Going to the store feels quite long.
But naturally, it compresses. We use the reduced form, so it becomes, I'm going to go to the store.
I'm going to go. Much faster.
Listen to the difference. Formal, slow. I am going to go. Natural, faster. I'm going to go. Instruction. Let's try that faster one. I'm going to go. Pause. The going to just collapses into a quick 2-syllable thing. Sounds way more fluid. The speed difference is really noticeable.
We definitely need more examples because gonna is everywhere when talking about the future. Okay, now the second big one, want to. Formal version.
Right.
I want to eat lunch. Saying want and to separately can sound a bit choppy.
Yeah, a little disconnected. The natural version, I want to eat lunch.
I want to eat.
Try it. I want to eat. Pause. The T sound at the end of want basically disappears or blends into a quick new sound. Again, let's compare. Formal. I want to eat. Natural. I want to eat. Hear that flow.
Definitely smoother. And just like gonna wanna pops up all the time when people talk about what they desire or plan, try these ones.
I want to watch that new show. Pause. Expressing desire.
Do you want to hang out this weekend?
Pause. Asking about plans or desire.
They don't want to leave yet.
Pause. Expressing a lack of desire or refusal.
So once we get the hang of linking words like that, the next big piece is definitely tone, intonation, that up and down movement of your voice. It's crucial for meaning.
Oh, absolutely vital. If English is music, like we said, prosody is the rhythm and tempo, but intonation, that's the melody. English uses pitch, how high or low your voice is, to show grammar and emotion. If you speak totally flat, like a robot, people might completely misunderstand what you mean.
Right. And the basic rules are pretty simple, but learners often miss them. Rule 1. Rising tone for questions expecting a yes or no. If your voice doesn't go up at the end, it doesn't clearly sound like a question. For example, are you coming? Pause. Try that. Make your voice go up on coming. Are you coming?
That little lift at the end signals, okay, I'm asking something, waiting for your answer.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some other little things that are crucial for making conversation flow. Things we could maybe call verbal punctuation.
Yeah.
Or conversational glue.
Yeah, glue is good. Little fillers and short phrases. They don't add much grammatical meaning, but they manage the conversation. They give you a second to think, and they help the listener track what you're saying.
Right. Without them, speech can sound a bit too abrupt or rushed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
These phrases show you're socially aware, They prevent awkward silences and give cues about what's going on in your head.
So use it for emphasis or softening, but don't let it replace actual words or ideas.
Exactly. Okay, second big one. Example. It's not bad. Pause. Try using that to clarify something.
This one is almost always about fixing or clarifying what you just said, or adding more detail. It signals, hang on, let me rephrase that, or let me explain that better.
Yeah, like, I'll meet you at 6. Probably closer to 6:30. Warns the listener. Okay, ignore the 6. Here comes the corrected time. Much smoother than just saying 6. 6:30.
Definitely less abrupt. Okay, another really important category for flow. Those shortened words that act like conversational shortcuts. We talked about gonna and wanna, but there are others, like adverbs and common responses.
Right, these are words that get reduced all the time in everyday chat. Super high frequency.
Let's start with maybe the most common reduced modifier.
Number 1, kinda, which is short for kind of. Example, I'm kind of tired today. Pause. Try saying that. I'm kind of tired. If you say, I am kind of tired today, pronouncing each word, it just takes longer and sounds much more formal, maybe like you're reading, not talking.
Right.
Kinda is quick, smooth, and usually means a little bit, or to some degree.
Let's try a few more with kinda.
That movie was kind of strange. Pause. Meaning a little strange.
I'm kind of hoping they win the game.
Hmm.
Pause. Meaning, I have some hope, but maybe not super strong.
It's kind of cold outside right now. Pause. A little bit cold.
Okay, number 2. Actually. Example. Actually, I like it. Pause. Say that one. Actually, I like it.
This little word does a lot of work in conversations. It's often used to politely disagree or express a little surprise or maybe gently correct something someone said.
Right. It helps you pivot the conversation without sounding rude.
Yeah, if someone says, I heard you don't like pizza, you could say, actually, I love pizza. It introduces a fact that corrects their assumption, but keeps the tone friendly.
Nice. And finally, a super useful short response.
Mhm.
Sounds good. Like in,
Yep.
let's meet tomorrow. Sounds good. Pause. Try that agreement. Sounds good.
This is just incredibly efficient. 2 syllables to agree to a plan, confirm something, show enthusiasm. It covers so much ground.
Okay, let's try putting these little flow enhancers together. A quick mini drill. Listen to how fast and easy this sounds. Pay attention to the reduced words and the useful phrases. I'm kind of hungry. Pause.
Actually, me too. Let's grab lunch.
Pause. Sounds good.
See how quick that was. Proposal, agreement, confirmation, boom, 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 less than 5 seconds. That's conversational flow. Short, connected, relaxed, minimal effort.
Perfect. So we've looked at the pieces, the linking, the tone, the shortcuts. Now we need to see them all working together in a real conversation. We're going to do a little scenario walkthrough. Imagine a casual chat between 2 friends.
Okay. Listen closely to the speed, how the words connect. Notice which sounds seem to get shortened or disappear. We're modeling efficiency here.
Dialogue starts. Okay, I'll be friend A. Hey, what's up? I was going to call you.
And I'm friend B. Not much, just relaxing, you know. What you gonna say?
Friend A. Oh, I want to know if you're free later. I mean, maybe around 7.
Friend B. I'm kind of busy right at 7, but I'm free after 8, actually.
Friend A. Okay, 8 sounds good to me. Do you want to grab pizza?
Friend B, yeah, sounds great. I'll text you when I leave.
Okay, end scene. If you look back at that little chat, pretty much every single line had something we talked about. Reduced forms like, what's up? Gonna, wanna, whatcha? Fillers like, clarifiers like, softeners like, kind of contrasting words like, actually. Responses like, sounds good.
The whole conversation was basically built using these efficient tools.
Let's pull out some key lines with these features. We'll say them slowly first, then naturally. Try to repeat the natural speed, copying the rhythm.
Okay. First, the opening greeting with reductions. Slow. Hey, what is up? I was going to call you. Natural. Hey, what's up? I was going to call you. Pause. Try the natural one.
Next, the response, using a filler. Slow. Not much, just relaxing, Natural. Not much, just relaxing, Pause. Repeat that.
Now, the proposal using 2 reductions and a clarifier. Slow. I want to know if you are free later. Maybe around 7. Natural. I want to know if you're free later. Maybe around 7. Pause, your turn.
How about the polite refusal using kind and actually slow?
Mm-hmm.
I am kind of busy right at 7, but I am free after 8, actually. Natural. I'm kind of busy right at 7, but I'm free after 8, actually. Pause.
Try it. And the simple agreement. Slow. Yes, that sounds great. Natural. Yeah, sounds great. Pause. Repeat that.
You're doing great with this. Keep practicing. Getting comfortable with these isn't just about sounding fluent. It's about showing you can operate in the normal, everyday way people speak English, not just the formal way.
Exactly. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about how to practice effectively. The method matters. We're trying to retrain habits, muscle memory. So we need some clear do's and don'ts.
Right. What should people actively do?
Okay, first, do. Listen to English every single day. Podcasts, music, movies, whatever. Consistency is way more important than long, intense sessions. Your ear just needs constant exposure to the rhythm.
Your brain starts to map the patterns, right? It learns to expect those reductions.
Precisely. Second, do. Repeat phrases out loud until they feel natural in your mouth. Not just sound okay, but feel effortless. If saying gonna feels awkward or forced, you haven't quite got the muscle memory yet.
Focus on that physical feeling.
Effortless. Third, do, and this one is critical. Actively copy speakers you hear. From movies, podcasts, anywhere. Pause the audio, repeat the line immediately, Try to match everything, the voice, the speed, the ups and downs. This is called shadowing.
Shadowing.
Yeah.
Okay, why is that particular technique so effective?
Because it bypasses your analytical brain, the part that wants to translate or think about grammar rules. It forces your mouth and ears to work together at native speed.
You're just mimicking the sound directly.
Yeah. It trains what psychologists call the phonological loop, the bit of your brain handling spoken sounds. Shadowing makes English sounds feel more like a physical skill, a motor task, not an intellectual puzzle. It helps integrate it into your brain's automatic processing.
Wow, okay. Makes sense. Any other do's?
Final do, practice while doing other things. Walking, cooking, cleaning the house. Try shadowing or repeating phrases when your mind is partly busy with a routine task.
Why is that helpful?
If you can do it while distracted, it means the patterns are becoming automatic. You're separating language production from intense mental focus, which is exactly what happens in fluent conversation.
Okay, those are the don'ts. Now, what about the don'ts? What holds people back?
Biggest don't. Don't worry about being perfect, seriously. Perfectionism is the #1 enemy of fluent, spontaneous speech. Focus on getting your message across successfully, not on avoiding every tiny error.
Good advice. What else?
Don't try to study grammar for hours and hours every day. You'll just burn out and the returns get smaller. Instead, do straight, focused bursts of practice like 5 or 10 minutes, concentrating purely on rhythm, linking, and shadowing.
Little and often. Focused on sound.
Exactly. Small, frequent repetitions targeting sound are much better than long hours just looking at rules. And the most important, don't. Don't speak word by word. You have to consciously work on connecting words smoothly. That's the whole point of understanding rhythm, moving beyond single syllables to fluid phrases.
Yeah, that highlights probably the most common issue for learners who know a lot of grammar but still sound, well, unnatural. That inability to link sounds. The difference between saying I do not know and I don't know is huge. Not just speed, but the whole feeling, the social signal it sends.
It really is. Hearing those separated syllables forces the native listener's brain to do extra work. They have to mentally translate the slow, choppy speech back into the connected form they were expecting. It's tiring to listen to.
So how do we fix that slow, word-by-word delivery? You mentioned shadowing.
Shadowing is the #1 fix, I believe. It forces you to engage with the natural rhythm immediately.
Okay, let's actually demonstrate that. How about we do a proper shadowing exercise right now?
Good idea. Let's do a 3-step process for a few phrases. Step 1, you'll hear the formal, separated version. Step 2, you'll hear the natural, connected version. Step 3, you immediately repeat the natural version, trying to match my sound exactly.
Okay, listeners, get ready. Focus only on copying the sound, not the spelling. Phrase number 1. Formal first.
I have to leave early today.
Now, natural speed. Shadow this. Repeat right after you hear it. I have to leave early today.
Pause.
Hey.
Did you notice have to became hafta?
Okay, phrase 2. Formal. Where did you go for vacation?
Natural speed. Shadow this now. Where did you go for vacation? Pause here. Did you become didya?
All right, phrase 3. Formal. She might have finished already.
Natural speed. Shadow this one. She might have finished already. Pause. And might have became mighta. How did that feel? You probably noticed the formal ones felt a bit stiff, maybe slow, and the natural ones felt easier, quicker. That effortless feeling is what you're aiming for.
Yeah. We really recommend you maybe bookmark this part of the recording. Doing that little shadowing drill for just a minute or two every day, it trains your ear and your mouth together, improves listening and pronunciation at the same time.
Definitely. Okay, let's lock in this knowledge now with a couple of quick practice drills. Test your ear and your speaking now that you understand more about reduction and flow.
Right, these are about recognizing the natural forms and trying to produce them smoothly. Drill number 1. Listen and complete challenge. We'll say a natural phrase, leave a pause, and you repeat it, focusing on connecting the words. Ready? I'm going to grab some coffee. Pause. You repeat.
That sounds good to me.
Pause. You repeat.
I'm kind of busy right now. Pause. You repeat.
I'll call you later. Pause. You repeat.
Do you want to hang out? Pause.
You repeat.
Yeah, sounds great. Pause. You repeat.
Nice work. Practicing those connections, gonna, wanna, kinda sounds great. It's hitting the high frequency stuff that really signals fluency.
Okay, drill number 2, a quick mini quiz. This tests if you can hear the difference. Which often sounds more natural or relaxed? Which one is easier to process?
Question 1. Which sounds more natural when talking to a friend? A, I do not know the answer. B, I don't know the answer.
What do you think? It's B, right? I don't know. It's faster, way more common in conversation. Using A sounds very formal. Might even create a little distance.
Okay. Question 2. Which one sounds more confident, more final when making a statement? A, I think I'm finished, with voice going up. B, I think I'm finished, with voice going down.
Answer is B again. That falling tone signals certainty, completion. The rising tone in A makes it sound like a question, like you're unsure.
Makes sense. Question 3. Which one makes the speech smoother using fewer syllables? A, we have to go now. B, we have to go now.
And the answer is B, we have to go. That have to sound blends the two words, making it quicker and more efficient. Smoother flow.
Excellent. If you got those right, you're really starting to tune your ear into the real patterns of spoken English. You're getting the hang of it, hearing the sound, not just thinking about grammar rules.
You really are. So let's do a quick recap of what we covered today.
Okay, the big idea. Moving beyond intermediate level isn't about losing your accent or having perfect grammar. It's really about mastering the rhythm, the tone, and the flow of natural speech.
Yeah, and we dug into the mechanics, didn't we? We talked about prosody, the music. We looked at linking words, especially crucial ones like gonna and wanna.
Mm-hmm. And applying the right intonation, rising for questions, falling for statements.
And using those little conversational lubricants fillers like, clarifiers, reduced words like kinda, and useful responses like sounds good. These are like the everyday currency of smooth conversation.
And we emphasize that learning this stuff isn't passive. It takes active practice. Training your ear by listening a lot and training your mouth with repetition and especially shadowing.
Right. Forcing yourself to move away from that slow, careful, word-by-word way of speaking.
So here's your homework, your final thought to chew on today.
Okay, what is it?
Just take one tiny clip of natural English today. Could be from a movie, a show, an interview, anything short. Pick just 2 or 3 sentences spoken one after the other. And your task is simply to repeat those sentences over and over until your voice starts to match the rhythm and the melody of the original speaker.
Ooh, I like that. Don't even worry too much about understanding every single word during that specific exercise.
Exactly. Focus purely on the musical quality, the cadence,
Yeah.
the flow.
That tiny commitment, maybe just 1 minute of really focused rhythm practice each day, can genuinely transform your speaking. It helps you shift from being someone who knows grammar rules to someone who can actually communicate fluently and spontaneously.
Couldn't say it better myself. Start small, practice smart, focusing on the sound, and you will start speaking more naturally.